Dogenzaka.
Hmm?
What, pick something up? Yeah, that. What's up with the line? Let's go take a look. Hey, wait up! What are we even looking for? This. Okay, so little explanation on this one, because it pertains to a shop that we can only access in New Game Plus, if I remember correctly. A shop by the name Shadow Ramen. You might have seen it on one of the food items I picked up at some point. The Shadow Ramen food items are some of the best in the game. But they can only pretty much be accessed after New Game Plus. You're just realizing this now? The line isn't getting any shorter. The signal's definitely coming from in there, though. We've been tracking down Ramen. Wouldn't that be a hit? Look, just tell me, what are we after? Wait, do you feel that? I don't get why that place is so popular. The taste is nothing to write home about. Negativity. And it's coming from him. He's staring at the line. You think something's up with this shop? That might explain the signal I picked up. Let's start with the noise on that guy. Yeah, the Ramen Don really don't like Shadow Ramen all that much. Actually, come to think of it, 2 of the shops on this street are restricted to New Game Plus.
Don't make this worse for yourself.
The other being the, Cosmic something shop that we just passed. That one actually has some really good equipment, but a good chunk of it is not just quest block, meaning you need to trade for the items, but some of it is also fairly expensive too. Simple battle. And an attack boost, followed by a crackle pop. What am I complaining? What am I doing out here? I can't afford to just sit around complaining. I've got to come up with the next big thing in ramen. He went inside. Let's drop by and talk to him. It's not like this line's going anywhere. Yeah. No mission yet either. Weird. Irasai! Ugh, what's that smell? I don't see anybody else, but sounds like he's open. What'll you boys have today? We've got a new limited time only seasonal specialty, the Big Catch. What the heck kind of name is that? I'm afraid to ask what's in it. I'll play it safe, thanks. Just give me a plain old shoyu. Exciting! Make mine the Big Catch. No way. He's either brave or stupid. Him too. What?! You got it! Here you go! It's already done? Is this food? Actually, it looks nice, actually. Like, maybe it's I think it's cutting it too much, considering that there's the pork on top of the fish. Like, maybe it's just how I eat and the fact that I'm a bit of a picky eater myself. But this bowl only needs 1 protein, really. It only needs 1, maybe 2 proteins. Yeah, I've actually had it. Fishbone soup is tasty. Just, for me at least, it's fine being just the fish, or just the pork. Maybe add a bit of egg too, just in case. Fish with mushroom. Oh shit! I didn't realize the mushrooms were there. Get the mushrooms off, please. Never been a fan of mushroom. He's eating it. Mister, this is excellent. Like it? You got good taste, son. What's wrong? Eat up while it's hot, Neku. Right. It's not terrible. It's actually kind of good. Using cheese as a hidden flavor really gives the soup body. Cheese! The bold inclusion of a whole sea bream gives it flavor and presence, as well as a sense of austere majesty. For a young kid, you know your noodles. Good to see there's still some folks left in Shibuya who get it. I'll admit, it's tasty, but still, who would order this? Closed again today? Another customer? We're open. Can't you see there's customers? I can't work with you around. Go away. Ah, my mistake. The place was just so empty. I just assumed. So, given my offer, any thought? It's the guy who bounced us from that other place. Why does he look familiar? Asshole cooking show? What? You mean like anything Gordon Ramsay puts out? But not Tish! Though actually I kinda do like watching Hell's Kitchen. At that, I more like MasterChef, honestly. Like, if I'm gonna watch a cooking show, I like watching some of the types of cooking contests that exist. He boils meat? YouTube. There's a YouTube channel. Boiled meat can work, but it needs to be done in like a decently savory broth. I understand that one is a make or break. Oh. Having too much garlic in a dish can be... Okay, my stance on that one... If it's ground beef, then it could work. But again, it would need to be a decently seasoned broth, and even then, it's not necessarily that you'd boil the beef by itself so much as it would be within a wrapping, like, say, a wonton or gyoza. Maybe a dumpling. And even then, those are steamed. There are boiled dumplings, though. They're not bad. Two whole jars of garlic is a little too much, though. I will agree with you on that one. Come on, champ, I need an answer soon. Do yourself a favor and join up with us. I guarantee you, your profits will explode. What do the people of Shibuya want from a bowl of ramen? It's not flavor, it's adventure, something different. I don't know about that. And now that's more than overkill on the garlic. The onion powder is fine, honestly, just... If you're using 2 entire jars of garlic, and garlic powder on top of that, I think you have enough. I think you have enough garlic. That sounds a little much for my taste, and even then that's saying... That comes from someone who actually likes garlic. Even I recognize how much is too much. Neku growing as a person. We can listen, but don't expect any miracles. Hey, that's more than enough. Then, go for it. As you can see, business is hardly booming. If I don't turn out some serious profits this month, I'll have to close up shop. But that ramen was so good. You're closing? Well, if I let those guys buy me out, I can keep going. But you don't want to. The noodles they serve aren't bad, but there's no love. They treat ramen as a way to make cash. Plus, they hook customers with cheap tricks, not flavor. I say let our noodles do the talk.
Molasses on a chicken... Ew.
That sounds way too sweet. Molasses is strong stuff. Oh wait, I think I remember this plotline for the story. I think he like ropes in F this guy. Yep. F this guy. The guy we met at 104 the other day, Mr. Spicy Tuna Roll or whatever. He went into that other ramen place. Let's go see.
Pepper on top of molasses. That does sound like a little too much for my tastes. Gross.
Exquisite. I can dine in bliss. F this ramen. F for fabulous. Yeah, F everything means fabulous everything. That's Eiji, Prince of Enui. His blog F Everything sees about 100,000 hits a day. So I've heard. When the prince mentions a place on his blog, this happens. People flock there. Well, the noodles do look pretty good. I'll say. Yeah, that doesn't look all that bad, honestly. Like, I think that's steak within it. Such, if that is steak, a little too much, a little too fattening for my liking, but still doesn't look that bad. They didn't cut any corners with the presentation. Whoa, what? The staff dance as they cook? I guess it's half food, half show. This isn't a theme park at all. I see what he meant by adventure. The savory ramen, the eclectic menu. I know my readers will love it here. You can bet I'll be back soon. Always a pleasure, sir. This month's our grand opening special. Every customer takes home a special gift. It's a doozy, too. We're giving out the hottest pin in town. This. The Red Skull Crawler pin that we made popular last week. Isn't that a brick? That pin. Yeah, it's the one we promoted for a mission. You don't say. Me and Cheeky. We had to make that pin catch on. Huh? Wait a minute. That's him! That guy in the suit is the promoter guy! Another friend of yours, Neku? He looks totally different. I hardly recognized him. That's people for you. Always quick to do a 180. A 180 or a 1260. Which, if I remember correctly, is about 7 circles? Still, interesting. Okay, Neku, let's go. Huh? Stick around and we'll get yelled at for cutting. Again. Ahem. Right. Out we go. My, Neku. I believe we have an incident in our hands. A new ramen shop explodes onto the scene. Its owner, an overnight success story. And those red pins. This could be what my phone responded to. You think the pins are the source of the energy spike? Oh, and don't forget that don't forget the ramen that's not selling. Odd, don't you think, considering how good it is? Hello? You listening? That settles it. We'll spend today getting to the bottom of this mystery. I'm not about to ignore the mission when... What mission, Neku? Yeah, presentation is a big thing, especially if in the restaurant biz. Actually, come to think of it, I think I know 2 chefs now. But even then, presentation won't sell a dish that tastes terrible. It'll draw people, but only for a little bit. Even then, I'd still say that counts as a person who cooks. Alright, ingrain a meme. Alright, time to start looking for memes.
Open up your senses.
Prince, baby, you're killing me. Nick. Gotta obey that. Just gotta obey that contract, huh? Look. Hey, it's those two. Sounds like this sounds like Trouble in Paradise. Let's check it out. Literally. Why'd you change your blog entry? I told you. It's my blog. I write it. I feel for you, Prince. I really do. But this is business. Your popularity is the real deal. I respect that. But the text you wrote is limp. It won't sell me any noodles. You decided this when you signed the contract. I provide the text. I provide the text. But Mick... And it's not my blog anymore. Plus, the ramen you serve there isn't that good. When I tasted the test batch, it was great, but... I don't want to lie. In person or on my blog. I can't do that when my fans... Edgy. Babe, Prince, it's fine. None of those people care how it tastes. Follow me? The whole game is about image. Sweets, huh? So, I'm assuming, like, baking and candies? Confectionaries are actually pretty difficult to do. Whoever sells the most wins. I'll send you a new text and some pics by tonight. You'll have them up on your blog tomorrow, right? Fabulous. See ya. I've never heard of Brigadero. There we go. Ah, chocolate.
Your good is gone.
Oh, hey, a new enemy, too. Upgraded version of a crab, if I remember correctly. And these guys are especially annoying because if they successfully deal HP damage to you, then they, fling you into the air and you become vulnerable. They're really good at crowd breaking. It's easy chocolate to make?
That was nothing.
This isn't right. I can't lie to my public. I'll try talking to Mick one more time. I write my own blog. I list my own thoughts. My own feelings. The ramen I'd actually like to eat. I miss the old stuff. Like the ramen Sebastian used to make. Just noodles and broth. Warm, simple ramen. I'd kill for a bowl of that now. Even the Prince of Enyo has his woes. I guess we all do. Don't know why he's so hung up on ramen. We all have our hang-ups. Yeah, I don't get it. Of course you don't. What? Everyone has their own little internal world. A secret garden only they can enter. Each world follows its own internal logic, individuality. And the logic of one world means nothing in another. Understanding other people isn't hard, Nick. It's impossible. Yeah. Even if I could, I wouldn't want to see inside other people. They can keep their garden secret, thanks. Something I do want to mention on that one, like, my specialty is in psychology. I can back these words. It's impossible to know perfectly what another person is going to be doing or thinking. And it's part of the reason why psychology itself is so simultaneously simple, yet difficult. Like, it looks really easy to do, to psychoanalyze a person, figure out their mindset, mentalities, their way of life. but it's one of those cases where just because you could throw a dart doesn't mean that you can master archery. Or, sorry, just because you could throw an arrow doesn't mean that you can master archery. Things look simple, but the human mind is a very complex thing, and attempting to truncate anything just means that you're going to get the wrong opinions. You're going to get everything. You're going to get the facts wrong. You're going to misunderstand the person. Cat designed these pins. Cat's the biggest graphic designer, right? Yes and no. They do artwork, clothes, even furniture. That's just the start. Photo, music, video. Cat's an uber multi-talent. Shibuya is full of their billboard ads. Like the one at Toa Records? Yep. Cat doesn't just make art. Cat is art. You're awfully knowledgeable. Are you a fan? Hell yes. Cat's all about enjoying every moment with all you've got. Do what you want, how you want, and when you want. How cool is that? Really? So in that case, you might know a thing or two as well. Actually, come to think of it, if I remember correctly, Muffin also has some experience in psychology as well, so small world. He's using Cat's work to trick people. That's shady.
Focus.
Actually, come to think of it, we have the meme to ingredients, so I might as well take care of that. Right, gotta talk to him. Bio is still a very respectable major. What type of biology, if you don't mind my asking? Huh. Zoology is pretty good, actually. It lets you do a whole bunch. If you wanted to be a veterinarian, then you could easily branch off from that into something into the medical field with a bit of practice with anatomy. There are also such things as animal psychology too. There's also that too. The standard zoologist. Also more than respectable. Especially since there's only so much we know about other animals. Oof. That price tag would be my immediate turn-off. Maybe I'm just a cheapskate, but 5,000 yen? That sounds like a little too much for food. Direct translation, at least for US dollars, would be about 48, I believe, maybe 52, somewhere around there. Way too much for a single-serve meal. Hell, I'm the type who thinks that $18 is cutting it too hard for my purse strings. Honestly, that's fair and fine. Like, part of my exposure, my sister is somewhat ingrained into Japanese fandoms and whatnot.
She does a bit of cosplay in her spare time, doesn't really post it anywhere, just does it for herself more often than not. Even then, she does like cooking a whole bunch of Japanese type meals. She's done ramen, stir fries. We all tag for curry too. I happen to like curry. Really? I need to look at more Japanese architecture at some point. Maybe it'll give me some inspiration for designing some buildings. Because, like, at some point, I do actually need to take a bit of what's in my head for Synapse and actually translate it to paper at some point. I have a few ideas, and it is somewhat based off of the city that I live near, but even then... Torii gates. Huh. Those always look nice. Wait, dessert ramen? Ew. Oh, good. Plain ramen. This I would eat. Dessert pizza does sound nice. I have heard of it. It seems interesting. Never tried it. Maybe some point. Doesn't exactly help that there's nowhere around that would sell that around where I live. Well, not unless you, like, went to a bigger city. But yeah, this type of ramen, this looks to be like a standard Shio, I believe. Could be wrong on that one. Could be a tonkatsu. I thought so. That does sound nice. That does sound nice. Cold, a nice cold serve pizza. Man, now I'm craving chocolate. I gotta have some chocolate later. More big in sushi, huh? Okay. A moment to talk on that one. Like, I happen to be a big fan of seafood, and, like, if it were economical, I would totally like to completely transition into only seafood, but... One, it's not, and two, raw fish is just a no on me. I'm not a fan of eating raw fish. I understand that it's a thing, and I understand that smoking fish does essentially make it safe to eat. But no thank you. If I'm going to be eating something fishy, if I'm going to be eating fish, gotta be cooked. River fish, huh? Let me guess. A whole chicken in the soup? That and a hint of pork bone, seaweed, sardines. That's actually very typical for a ramen recipe. Salmon? Bruh, salmon is tasty. I like a good salmon. If only it, like, didn't have as much mercury in it. Actually, no, wait. I'm thinking tuna. I'm glitched. Don't mind me. Never mind. Regardless, salmon's a pretty good red fish. And a bit of a hint there that the Ramen actually has relation to the prince. Blowtorched salmon? That by itself interests me. You just like... I'm getting a terrible mental image where it's just like, yeah, I caught myself a big salmon. Is it time to fire up the flamethrower? Yeah, I figured that was the case. That's the more sensible option. Cooking blowtorch is something. Actually, come to think of it, cooking blowtorch usually ends up being used for like desserts, isn't it? Like not just brulee, but also like certain blondes. At that, you could also use it for like melting down sugar, for like a sugar coat. Ah man, some skill required, but it shouldn't be too bad. Right, cheese is another thing that could be used on that too, huh? For like fondue. Maybe I'm thinking incorrectly. Easily. A blowtorched burger. Now you're extrapolating. Now you're extrapolating, and I'm both terrified and amused. Terrified, amused, and amazed. To melt the cheese. Is it to melt the cheese? Yeah, that makes sense. Make a nice like. Actually, if you wanted, you could probably make like some type of aioli. Damn it! Now I'm craving. Okay, bake the burger? Maybe I'm just glitched. Period in the head. For whatever reason, I got a mental image of just a burger being held between tongs and blowtorched. That's my glitch. My apologies. I need to find a way to keep my head in check. Bovine meat is mixed bovine pork. That's actually a good combination.
Yeah. Huh. Come on. He's got opinion. I'm posted suggestion, but never reveals his name. Read by someone, taken as a good one, but nobody know who wrote it. Few lies of the sentence lie, anonymity annoying me all the time. It's like a 2-channel where people just throw their anger, forget about those foul actions. You're traveling expensive car, expectancy, supremacy. You're out of control, the troll is waiting down below. You still like an experience, too bad, too close, too late to notice where you are. There's no other way.
Yeah, since you're using mixed meats, you need something to help the meats stay together. Sometimes for like a burger, breadcrumbs end up being used, or just a mixture of stickier sauces.
Come on. He's got opinion. I'm posted suggestion, but never reveals his name. Read by someone, taken as a good one, but nobody know who wrote it. Few lies of the sentence lie, anonymity.
Actually, come to think of it, my sister, Rune, ends up, like, using barbecue... Actually, no, sorry, not barbecue sauce. I don't remember off the top of my head. Like, I'm pretty sure Worcestershire, among others. 4-to-1 ratio, bovine and pork. Yeah, that sounds like a decent. This is like a decent mix. Help give the give a bit of variety to the consistency of the meat.
Yeah. Huh. Come on. He's got opinion. I'm posting suggestion, but never reveals his
Now
name.
I'm craving a
Read
bird,
by someone, taken
but
as
I
a
already
given,
had fish.
but nobody know who wrote it. Few lies of the sentence line, anonymity annoying me.
Yeah, of course, garlic. There's a garlic. Always gotta have garlic.
Well, people just throw their anger, forget about those foul actions. You're traveling expensive car expectancy, supremacy. You're out of control, the troll is waiting down below. You still lack an experience, too bad, too close to late. To notice where you are, there's no other way. Dependency to the tendency.
Well, put simply, I'm looking for what this tracker is tracking. What the? Oh, that's real helpful. What the hell is this? What the hell is this kid after?
Yeah.
We'll find out. Realm of the Streets. Chapter closed.